Hi everybody, Chris here, and I got a little bit of a special video for you. Sorry for the slowing of uploads. I've been really uninspired, especially when it comes to reviews, because I'm gonna just be a little honest with you. Reviews are very tiring for me to make, but I do want to hit y'all with a special video about what I think is probably this artist's best album. Actually, it's my personal favorite from this artist, and this is an artist that happens to be, like, I think one of the greatest artists of all time, point blank period. And I want to celebrate it because this record, as of today, is 60 years old. And that album happens to be the amazing, fantastic Bob Dylan album, Blonde on Blonde. You guys want to see something cool? Um, I think that's pretty sick. I think that's sick as fuck. That's fucking awesome, right? But yeah, this is my favorite Dylan album by, I would say, not by much, because honestly Dylan has a bunch of records in his discography that are like some of the greatest records of the 60s besides this one. But there's a few reasons why this is my personal favorite. This is after his electric era, which to me, like, after he went electric is kind of where some of my favorite Dylan albums and songs and moments come from. Obviously he's had moments that are like peak and amazing before this, like, come on, times they are changing. That was a record I was considering doing a classic review of, because honestly, when it comes to me doing my next classic reviews, I'm gonna have to do a Dylan record. And I originally did have a review of this up, but I didn't like the way it came out, so I'll just probably do a different Bob Dylan review. But I do want to get to talk about this because this is a very special record in my eyes, in my point of view, and I just think that it is a record that is really amazing, especially for how long it is. This is, I think, the first ever rock double album, and I think it can compete with albums like London Calling and Physical Graffiti for like the best double album in rock history. And yeah, when it comes to double albums just in general, this is one of the best and most consistent. Like, some of Dylan's best songs on here, like Rainy Day Women, 12 and 35, which has these really great marching rhythms, sticky choruses. It's very cheeky. I love the screaming horns on it. And when Bob Dylan's like, everybody must get stoned. Love that. Love the fuck out of it. Right. Then we have Stuck Inside a Mobile with the Memphis Blues again, which I've always said is like either a personal favorite Dylan song or might just be my favorite Dylan song of all time. It's a song, like, on the surface doesn't really make a lot of sense lyrically, but it's mainly about just not being able to find your place in the world, being lost in it, which is something that I feel like a lot of us, especially myself, can relate to. So that song has a very personal place in my heart. Love that one. And there's so many other ones, like One of Us Must Know, Sooner or Later. I love the Rise of Pianos. And it's also a really good breakup track because it's not really pointing fingers. It's just like, we grew apart. It's not really the type of breakup song where it's like, fuck you, or oh no, I fucked up. No. There's also a bunch of other amazing songs on here, like Leopard Skin Pillbox Hat, which is a very more bluesy track. There's a few tracks on here that are very blues inspired. It's not just this one, but that's probably my personal favorite of the bunch. We also have I Want You, which I think is one of the most accessible Dylan songs of all time, with its colorful instrumentation, nice organs, subtle guitars. Also the really sticky chorus of "I Want You So Bad." Oh yeah, this is also the album where Dylan started singing more like this, with his more, like, the voice that we all know and love Dylan for. In my opinion, I love Dylan. But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to this album because I think that this is like an excellent record that if you have not listened to it, what are you doing? Oh yeah, I gotta talk about the outro because I love the way the band plays on this one, because it's like the song is going on for so long. I kind of feel like with Sad Eye Lady of the Lowlands, I feel like during the choruses they were just like trying to build up anticipation. They didn't know what the fuck Dylan was gonna be doing, so they just started doing it. But yeah, this album is amazing. This album, I think, might be Dylan's best. I think it is my personal favorite Dylan record. But I do think Bob Dylan is one of those artists that I feel like if we could talk about it, he might have multiple albums that I think deserve of a perfect or a 10 out of 10 rating. I'm just going to be fully honest with you. There are a few artists like that in my opinion, but I think Dylan is definitely one of them. Dylan's definitely one of the first artists that I've gotten into when it comes to music, and he's stuck in to become one of my favorites. Um, and albums like this are why that happens. So I love this album. Happy 60th anniversary. This is a special album. This is one that if you have not listened to it, what are you doing? Check this album out. It is fantastic. It is amazing. It is one of the best. Actually, I would say this. It is probably the best when it comes to folk rock. I think obviously like I go crazy about Highway 61 and I think Highway 61 is kind of the blueprint for the genre. But I feel like if I had to pick a personal favorite, it this right here, this. Yeah, that's it. Listen to Dylan and